Hey guys, my name is Attorney Walter Knott, and I wanted to share with you probably the number one thing that will help you with Social Security disability benefits when applying. If you have an attorney, I think it's the most important thing you should know. It's one of those things that nobody really tells you about. Every 30 days, reach out to your attorney. Even if you know there's no new updates, even if you know you're in a waiting period, even if you know there's nothing going on right now, reach out. And the reason why is sometimes the attorney will get an update from the SSA, sometimes a medical facility will reach out and say, hey, yada yada, and then you'll be able to get that input and they'll be able to learn from something from you. So every 30 days, reach out to your Social Security disability attorney. The whole purpose of this is to keep better communication between you and the disability attorney. Now, sometimes, like in the very beginning, or when you're at a particular DDS spot, or you're coming up to the hearing, or the brief is being written, during those times, you're going to be talking a couple of times a week and things like that. That's part of the process. But then other times, there's these big gaps. It is incredibly important to follow one particular rule. Call your attorney every 30 days. Check in. Now, granted, there are some big box firms. Granted, there are some other firms that will go ahead and just, have you talk to the receptionist. You never get to talk to the attorney. I feel like I'm lost in space. What's going on? I don't know. Oh my God. And I understand that. I get that. But still, reach out. They are your lifeline. They are your direct connection to the Social Security Administration. They're your buffer. They're the thing that makes sure the boat doesn't slam into the dock. They're a bumper. And it's important to use that tool that you have. Because if you want to say something to the SSA, but you're not sure how to say it, or you've told your attorney you have to say it this way, they go and say it that way, and then you change your mind, your attorney can call them back and say, well, you didn't really mean that. Because it's not a direct statement from you. The point is, use your attorney. I understand that some of the attorneys out there practicing disability law don't want to talk to you that often. They'll even tell you not to talk to them, which I think is insane, because I've never had a client that I didn't want to talk to more about the claim, because the more I can feed information into their brain, the better I am. Now, there's a caveat to this. I have had claimants where they will call me every 3 days. And every 3 days is too much for an extended period of time, especially continuously, literally waiting for a hearing and things like that. That's too much. When you're waiting for a hearing, that's basically structurally obtaining of medical documentation, you going to go to the medical facilities and requesting those things that the attorney is talking about to meet the listings, things like that, getting the prescriptions, etc., medication changes, all that stuff. There's times where you don't need to be communicating every 3 days, but every 30 days, yes. That is a big, big yes, and it's incredibly important, and you should do it. So if this video has taught you anything, it is that every 30 days is a good amount of time to always check in with your Social Security disability attorney. You can apply this pretty much to all areas of the law. Criminal law attorney, personal injury attorney, tax attorney, any one of those. If it's not a high traffic time where there's a lot of stuff going on, every 30 days check in. Here's why. The attorney can go ahead and keep reviewing that claim. And every time you ping the attorney's going, okay, we got to see, okay, I see where this is, okay, let me call this person, let me get this, okay. It gives them a little nudge to go ahead and keep pushing the claim forward. Now, with that said, some of you guys will take that to the extreme, where you'll be like, hey, nudge, hey, nudge, hey, nudge, hey, nudge, hey, nudge, and stuff like that. I don't really mind that stuff, but the truth of the matter is, if you're not learning anything new about the situation and you called 3 days ago and the situation hasn't changed, then you know what's going on. You know that you're in a waiting period area. Now, with that said, there is no such thing as a waiting period where you could not be doing something to better your claim. I guess now, even as I say that should be like another video that I do. Like, during the waiting period, what are the top 10 things you should do for Social Security disability benefits? So that's not a bad idea for a video. I'll write that down and do that. But either way, guys, Attorney Walter Knott III, please remember, reach out to your attorney every 30 days. If you're a person who loses their phone, find a way to reach out to your attorney with another phone. If you're a person that has a drug abuse problem and you just disappear, you're not going to be disappearing for 30 days, buddy. You're not going to have that much money to buy that many drugs. So bottom line is, reach out to your attorney. If you're one of those people who has to go to the hospital and you're suicidal, they don't keep you usually for 30 days for that. They'll usually bop you out. If you're one of those individuals who has to go through surgery, once again, you're usually not in for 30 days. Point I'm making is, make the effort to call your lifeline. Your attorney is your smart friend in your battle against the SSA to obtain disability benefits. The SSA will say, it's not a confrontational, it's non-adversarial. But the reality is that the way the SSA handles disability benefits, it's becoming more and more adversarial. Okay. All right. I'll catch you a little bit later. Attorney Walter Knott. If you want the most up-to-date information, give me a call, shoot me an email. Catch up with me live every Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And remember, you just count an hour off. So, or an hour back. So if, you're Eastern Time, you're 8. If you're Central Time, you're 7. If you're Mountain Time, you're 6. If you're Pacific Time, you're 5. And then Alaska 4, Hawaii 3. Okay. 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. So that's what time it starts for you guys. Okay. So obviously, if you're in Hawaii, you're going to start watching the show live at 3 p.m. And then, of course, if you're in Eastern Standard Time, start watching the show at 8 p.m. And the reason I do it from 8 to 10 p.m. is that usually that's when I kind of take a break from doing some of the stuff that I'm working on. And that's kind of a good time where I can keep working after that and keep working before that. And then, obviously, it's a little bit of a struggle to do 2 hours with you guys on the live, but, you don't get anywhere in life if you take the easy road, unless there's ice cream on it and covered in chocolate and cherry. All right, I'll catch you later. Have a wonderful night. We'll go from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.